believe Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Right now, baby. Come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, and we are live. We are live. We are live, and we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Overdue Bills podcast, Overdue Bills show. And listen, we're here Monday. I know you were used to seeing us Saturday. We used to tape on Saturdays. We used to go live, kind of do before the game. Talk about certain things, but we thought it best if we, definitely come with recaps of the game and kind of switch it up. We know we have a lot to say about the Bills, especially, win, lose, or draw. And so we wanted to, switch it up for the people and let us know how you like it. If you like the pregame, if you like the recap, just let us know. Let us know what you think. Put it in the comments, DM us, whatever you got to do. But we're here for you. YouTube, Facebook, and everybody else. All right. And I am here with my guy, Matty Ice, a.k.a. Matt Nice. You know what I'm saying? Matt had another one. I can't think about it. But how you doing, Matt?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Oh, I remember it. A.k.a. Matt COVID. You know what I mean? No, I'm just playing.
I don't think you want that nickname.
Nah, definitely out on that nickname for sure.
Okay, and we here with my man Rad. Rad, what's up with you, man?
What's good, man? I'm doing good. Bills 5-2. Feel like I don't know what it feel like we like 2-5, but we 5-2, man, and I'm good with that after 7. So let's talk about it.
Rad, did they lock you up in the dungeon? Are you okay?
What you mean?
Definitely.
It looked like it. It looked like you in the dungeon right now.
Yeah,
man.
you're in solitaire right
now.
Nah,
Man.
Sean's bringing you some of them tasteful occasions.
Yeah, I get a cupcake every hour. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bottle of water right here, my little piss can. But nah, man, the green screen didn't work, so I had to, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We keep it pushing over here.
Yeah, we make it do what it do. All right, man. We had a game yesterday, man. We had a game, the Bills versus the Jets. 18-10 was the score. Bills did not cover, unfortunately, for all those who are out there. But we did win by 8 points, and we're gonna get into the game. But before we get into the game, quick question of the day. I'm gonna throw this to the guys. I need y'all to rank the AFC East quarterbacks. I need y'all. We seen some stuff yesterday. We understand with the Miami Dolphins, they're starting Tua. I'm gonna try to say his last name, Tagovailoa. I don't know if that did I get it right? Nah.
Close.
Close enough. Yeah.
I'm Hawaiian. But so Tua, Josh Allen, Cam Newton. We're doing Cam Newton. We're not doing Stidham. And Sam Darnold. So I need y'all to rank the AFC East quarterbacks. And everybody in the comments, I need y'all to rank them too. But I'm going to go to my man, Matty Ice, Matt Nice, Matt COVID. Matt, can you rank the AFC East quarterbacks?
I'm gonna get rid of that Matt COVID nickname. I'm out on that.
Okay.
But nah, I mean, in our division, Josh is still the top dog by a landslide to me.
Okay.
You probably got. I'm gonna base it off of the whole year before Cam had COVID. That might have made him take a step back. I'm gonna go with Cam at the 2 spot.
Okay.
Then we're gonna go. I'm gonna say just on the upside, that Tua is going to be number 3, and then Sammy Darnold is going to be in my last spot because he has some flashes of looking okay, but he's just horrible.
Okay.
He's horrible.
Rad, who you got, man? Rank it.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I'm gonna go. I'm a big fan of Tua. I think Tua gonna be great. I think he's gonna be really good. I think that's potentially a problem for us in the long haul.
So you're saying Tua is number 1?
No, I just want to throw him out there, but I'm gonna put him.
Okay.
But for the respect of all the guys who's been playing, I'm gonna put Tua last.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go Tua last. I'm gonna go Darnold, Cam, then Josh at 1. The reason I'm thinking, but it's not. I don't know. Is it a wide margin? We'll see. What I'm thinking is like if all the quarterbacks in the division was on the Bills, will we still be 5-2? Give or take a couple ones. I don't know. So I think I'll give it to Josh right now. I say he's definitely the better quarterback. But I don't know if it's as big as margin as Matt said.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm looking in the comments, and I see my man Charles. Charles said Josh, Cam, Tua, and Sam Darnold. Is that the consensus? That's what we all kind of agree with for the most part.
I mean, well, I said I put Tua at the bottom just because off the strength of
you haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna be good. So,
unfortunately, I do think I think it's a consensus, and I think it is at this point the right choice to make. I think I got some Josh Allen takes later. I don't want to give everything out right now, but we're gonna talk about it. But I just wanted to check the temperature on the quarterbacks in the NFC East. The AFC East, because at the end of the day, that's who our competition is, right? That's who we're vying for a divisional spot, and we're gonna get into all that a little bit later. But let's recap this game. All right, Bills 18, Jets 10. It was definitely not a ho-hum game. It was really a lackluster game from my opinion. But let me just ask y'all just quickly before we get into detail, and I need y'all in the comments to let me know how y'all feel. Just what was your overall feeling of the game, right? Preface from y'all expectations to what actually happened. How do y'all feel now? Right, I need to know from your expectations of the game and actually what happened. Like, how do you feel? Did it match up? Did it, you know what I mean? Like, let me know. What's up?
Of course it didn't match up. I thought, in the game when I was watching, it's like we was playing down the competition. I think we played down to competition because a lot of the things we did in other games was the same, right? Did we punt? I don't know if we punted or if we did it.
No, it's the first game since like 1947 where a team didn't score a touchdown and didn't punt and still won the game.
Yes. So we didn't punt. So that means our offense was doing everything it can when it got between the 20s. Yeah. But we got in the red zone, which was Josh been great in the red zone. You can lock him in for 2 or 3 touchdowns a game just because how often we get there. Yep. We just wasn't focused on that level, right? We wasn't, and I honestly, for our expectations, I put a lot of blame on DeBoer. I didn't like how he called the game, and we didn't get a carry to late in the second quarter, like a rush attempt from a running back to late in the second quarter, and we just I didn't like how the game flow was going, and I think some better play calls would have helped us definitely early on, and probably could have gotten in the end zone. And turnovers, obviously, Josh got to not turn the ball over. But it definitely didn't go the way I wanted to go. But I think it was a little bit of we played down to our competition.
Matt, so from your expectations of the game and actually what you've seen, like, how do you feel about that? Did it match up? What happened?
I mean, no, definitely didn't meet the expectations as far as like, we talked about it before the game. Like, okay, we played 2 bad games. This was like our get-back game. And it was supposed to be, the offense get back clicking on all cylinders again. I was anticipating pretty much a blowout, like a 35-10 or some of that nature. So definitely didn't match up with expectation. But like Rad said, I mean, the offense, without looking at the score, if you're just watching the game, the Bills were in control. Besides that first quarter, they were in control of the game, the whole game on both sides of the ball. We just couldn't convert. Like Rad said, we didn't punt. We had 8 field goal tries, and he missed 2. So it's like we were getting down there. It seemed like every time, and we just couldn't convert. And so
no, we got there every time. We got down there every time.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
It was a field goal turnover.
Yep, and then also, over the past couple of weeks, it's been more glaring is the discipline on offense. It's like Gabriel Davis. I talk about him a lot. He keeps on getting touchdowns robbed from him. It seems like every time he scores, like it gets called back. And I feel bad for the guy because he's making plays and he's in this receiver room. He's trying to stay on the field, and it's some of his things are getting taken away from him, or some of our big plays seem to get taken away from us sometimes. So it's a little bit of a discipline thing too, which hurt us. But yeah, as far as the expectations go, no, it's the exact opposite of how I thought it was going to go for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. I don't want to go off yet. All right, so this is what I want to do. We're gonna do, and I'm asking people. I'm asking you in the comments. We're trying to get names for these sections of our podcast, right? I want to name. We was calling it the Vegas section. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Are you gonna leave something, from the game? Or are you gonna take it away? Are you gonna bring it back? Or I was thinking about the Bills make you want to shout. Is it a good shout or a bad shout? You know what I'm saying? But I think that's corny. But if you got, listen, it's really likes and dislikes, takeaways, things that you want to take or things that you want to leave. So if you got a name for that section, please put it in the comments right now. Let me know. Let anybody know. All right. So I need 2 things from Rad about the defense that you want to take and 2 things that you want to leave. And Matt, I need 2 things from the offense that you want to take and 2 things that you want to leave from this game. Rad, you can start because it seems like the defense did at least a decent job.
Yeah, but it's the worst team in football I played against. So, and early on, I think we walked in the game. I don't want to take how we started the game. We started the game, lackluster, and like we should have dominated these boys. You know what I mean? There was no reason for them to score. They scored a touchdown. We didn't. They scored a touchdown. You know what I mean? But I understand that this is a league where some teams gonna score, whatever it is. Ultimately, you got to score more than the other opponent. That's what we did. But so I mean, our defense, showed glimpses of what we could be. But it was against a bad. I don't know what you could take against the bad Jets. They're not going to win a game. They shouldn't win a game. They should go 0-16. 0-7 was 0-7. I don't know. 0-17 is it 17 game? I don't know. But
yeah, 17.
They should go 0-17. So I don't know what we should take from these guys. Like what I don't know. I think the defense. I guess the confidence how we played confidently. You know what I mean. And we got after Darnold. We got some sacks. We got some pressure, some quarterback pressure. So if we want to take anything, just that confidence that we can't get back there because our pass rush, we got to get better. We got to either upgrade or we got to just. The guys that playing got to do better. So, if anything, the one thing I take, I take the confidence. But what I don't like is how we started the game. We shouldn't start like that against a bad team. We should put our foot on the throat. You know what I mean? And just and not feel like they was in the game the whole half. You know what I mean? And I think our offense are playing great, but our defense could have did a little better early on. But all in all, we got the win.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we got some pressure, but again, I'm gonna let you go, Matt, and then I'm gonna say because at the end of the day, Josh Allen threw for 300 yards, right? He threw for 300 yards. He was our leading rusher, whatever that means. Yeah,
61.
Cole Beasley had a great game. He came through in a clutch. Stephon Diggs was okay. You know what I'm saying? So Matt, what from the offense do you think we can take, or can we take anything?
So
and if you in the comments, please let us know how you feel. And let me say this: thank you to my man Baz. He said we should call it the do's and the don'ts. Okay, all right, that's in the running. Well, I put it in a little gumbo over here. All right, Matt, what you got to say, Matt?
So for the offense, what I'd like to keep is the first half is what I want to get rid of. Everything we're doing in the first half, get rid of it. The second half, I thought that Josh Allen did what he didn't do against the Chiefs, against the Titans. He took what the defense was giving him as opposed to trying to force the ball to Diggs all the time and just, throwing in the triple coverage, going crazy. Cole Beasley went off in the second half. And he was driving the ball down, getting most of his stuff in the second half. And that's the same thing as the defense. We gave up 190 yards on the day. We gave up 5 yards total in the second half. So that second half, the defense was locked in. The offense was Josh was driving us down the field, and we were scoring, but the defense was lights out in the second half. So I want to keep both of those, whatever they were doing in the second half, carry those forward. And then the get rid ofs or the don'ts, just whatever we did in the second half, like more Josh trying to force everything down if he doesn't have anything. That's how he gets into trouble, and he had that early pick. So that's what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of.
I'm gonna be honest. I want to get rid of everybody and everything. And everything that I seen in the Jets game was awful.
We got our first picks. There's some positives, man. There's some positives in there.
One of the worst games I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm gonna be honest. This is not hyperbole. I'm not engaging in hyperbole. I'm being honest. We beat the Jets by 8 points, and the score was 18-10, and we did not score a touchdown. That is embarrassing. That is one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen in my life. We were supposed to be this powerhouse team, and we could not score on the Jets. We could not score on the Jets. I mean, it's just embarrassing to the league. This, by all accounts, was supposed to be a bounce-back game. Am I right? That's what everybody said. Sure. We lost to Kansas City. We got ramrodded by Tennessee. Pause. And we were supposed to have a bounce-back game against the Jets. This was supposed to be a stats game for everybody. Everybody's supposed to get their stats up. Everybody's supposed to put, make a run in at their, markers for their contracts if they had any incentives. This was supposed to be that game. And let me say this. Lo and behold, and I was talking to Josh before we came on, he said it too. Jerry Hughes, I'm telling you, he always shows up when we never need him, but when we play the worst teams in the league. Like, that's the only time Jerry Hughes showed up. Like he, for some reason, he can always get a sack when we play the doo-doo teams. But when we play the good teams, Jerry Hughes is nowhere to be found. And of course, Jerry Hughes got 2 sacks. My only issue about this is like, and we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to throw this question to y'all, because this is a problem this is one of the problems that we have. All right. If Sean McDermott is such a good coach, then why wasn't the Buffalo Bills up for this game? If he's such a good coach, then why weren't we up for this game? Why did we come out flat in the first quarter? Because my issue is we just lost to Kansas City, whatever, but we got killed by Tennessee. It's been embarrassing. Like we lost 2 games in a row. This is the game where Sean McDermott goes in there, and I asked y'all this before. What is he saying to the players? Did he light any fires? Clearly not. So I'm gonna ask you this, Rat. How do you feel about Sean McDermott? Like, is it just like mere bag of shells, or is his coach like what is he doing? And I'm not necessarily talking about X's and O's. I'm just talking about a culture. Like, what is he actually doing?
I'm not gonna get on Sean McDermott as much as you is right now, because at the end of the day, when we looked at the schedule, we wanted to be 5-2 at this point. Before, you know what I mean? We wanted to win every game, but the fact that we 5-2, we got Patriots coming out who looked worse. Don't get me wrong. Bill Belichick can always win a game, so I don't want to think that we should be the favorite. I think so. I think we had a better team, but I'm never going to discount a Bill Belichick team. But McDermott. We 5-2. We control our division. We want to win our division. We undefeated in the division. We got our first game against the Patriots, and I think we're gonna be ready for that game. Now, my biggest issue, I said it earlier, is the ball. I didn't like the play calling. We did not hand the ball off to a running back until late in the second quarter, and then we gave it the ball 4 straight times, and it was so obvious. It wasn't even like no. I don't know. I think it's probably too late to go back to like last year's philosophy and run a little bit more. Or I know Smoke Brown was out, so I know when he's out, our offense looks different. He's a big part of that because we couldn't. Beasley definitely helped us. He got a lot of yard stuff, but Brown is that more explosive player. So I think having Brown back in the offense, and if we're gonna throw this much, we're gonna either invest and go get a tight end, go get a more athletic tight end, go get a better tight end, so we can have more weapons for Josh to throw. But yeah, I just think the ball was the biggest issue for me. Yeah,
and you can look at the score, but like I was saying, like we got away from some of the things that we were the best at in the league. Like third downs, we were 3 for 11. We were the number 1 team going in on third down. It's surprising. That's not surprising, but at 56%. we don't meet our 56% mark. And that's mostly in the first half, because the Jets, when you watch the game, the Jets had the ball the whole first half too. They had it like 4 drives. They scored a touchdown. They got a field goal, and we stopped them on downs. That was like the whole first half. So if you look at that, we did. I'm always the optimist, but like going forward with that is like whatever they made adjustments. The offense looked better in the second half, and the defense obviously looked better in the second half because they didn't give up anything. They didn't give them a chance to even to get down there and try to score again. So I don't know. I don't know if it's McDermott. I don't know if I can say if it's McDermott, because in the second half they were ready to play. So I don't know if it's more so, Greg Williams seeing us twice. He's a good defensive coordinator. They slowed us down a little bit. What we're used to doing, and like Raz spoke, they just haven't been able to be as fluid without him in there.
You experienced just a little bit of technical difficulties, Matt, but it's all good. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yep.
But one thing I want to say is that I think the offense was just too predictable.
Yeah, I
agree.
agree.
Just super predictable. It was nothing nuanced about it. It was just like Josh drop back.
Yeah, I agree.
And it was just super predictable.
I'm gonna be honest. Predictable or not, it's the Jets. Like, what difference do it make? Like, they're terrible. I mean, this is my issue. This is my only issue. If it's not Sean McDermott, then who is it? Okay, let's go down the list. Since y'all don't have a problem with Sean McDermott, Raz said he had a problem with Brian Daboll. All right,
yeah.
His play calling has regressed to what he was doing last year, right? Because when we seen the first 4 games, we came out like gangbusters. We was coming, hurry up. He was innovative. We saw jet sweeps. You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw some things, but all of a sudden now it just seems like when Josh Allen drops back, his only read is Stephon Diggs. And if Stephon Diggs ain't there, he panics. We have no innovation in the running. No, seriously.
Cole Beasley had 11 catches.
Whatever. Whatever.
14
targets.
Whatever.
14 targets.
I'm just telling you what I see. So Brian Daboll, we have an issue with him. Clearly, Leslie Frazier, we can say that he, I don't know, got his act together, but the Jets are so bad. What difference do it make?
But another optimistic point for that, though, Leslie Frazier definitely got it together. That this season being such a high scoring, high yardage season,
that's true.
That was the third lowest defensive output this year. I think the first was like 185 and the second was 187.
Probably
defense giving up total. It doesn't matter who it was against. In this,
it kind of do.
Sam Darnold completed 12 passes, Matt. Stop.
But the way that our defense was in the weeks before, it didn't really matter who we were playing against. You know what I mean? That's
the
how
Chiefs and Tannehill.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this real quick. All Bills fans need to relax. All right, let's start there. Let's start there.
For sure.
Let's start there. Let's temper our expectations on what's getting ready to happen. But I want to stay in this line of questioning because from my vantage point, what I'm hearing is it's not Sean McDermott. Brian Daboll can do better, but it's not him. Okay, it's not Leslie Frazier, or at least it wasn't his game. So my question is, who is it? Who do we blame? All right, let's put somebody on the stand right now.
I don't think I'm putting anybody on the stand.
Well, why are we bad?
I can't call us bad.
Matt, we just beat the Jets by 8 points and we did not score a touchdown. That's bad.
I can understand that, but if you look at the whole game as a whole,
we could not score.
If you don't look at the score, if you look at just what went on, and listen, I understand we won the game. Okay. I don't care who we beat. I don't care who we beat. And what the score is. If we win, I don't care if we win 3-0 or 2-0 on a safety.
That's a loser's mentality.
It's not a loser's mentality.
It is.
A win is a win.
Well, no. A win is not a win, and we know that. But it's not. Okay, we beat the Jets. My issue is because there's larger issues here. Because for the past 3 games, we have not been able to put up over 22, 23, 24 points. Like, what's going on? And nobody wants to talk about that, and that is the issue. So my question is to Matt and Rad. Matty Ice, all-purpose Rad. Who am I going to blame? Because I'm about to blame somebody in a second. But y'all don't want to blame nobody. Y'all cannot sit here and say there's nobody to blame. Tell me at least one person we need to blame.
I'm gonna get. Go ahead, Rad.
Well, this is the issue that I got because obviously we came out in the first 4 games, whatever, and everybody thought Bills were, I think, a higher tier team than they are, right? When we went through the schedule, I said we looking like a 10-6 team, but Josh Allen came out. It was an MVP talks early. Yeah. So for me, I didn't expect that, and that fact that he gave that to us, I'm happy for that. But even while he was doing that, I never saw him in that light, right? Because I just needed to see it more. I just needed to be more consistent with it. Now I think do I think Josh Allen is as bad as he played? He didn't play he played the last couple games compared to the first couple games. I think he's somewhere in the middle. Yeah. Working it out, and I think Smoke Brown really. I think having that number 2 receiver, Cole Beasley is good, but I'm talking about another 2 explosive receiver like John Brown is. I think that's gonna help Josh Allen out a lot, having him out there. And I think that realistically, we're where we want, like where we should be. Like I don't think we're as good as these other top echelon teams in the NFL. I was expecting us to go out averaging 35 a game. We did in the first couple of games, but that was not my expectations. The fact that we did it was good, but that's not what I thought. I thought we was going to run the ball more. I didn't think we was going to put the ball in Josh Allen's hands and be all end all with Josh Allen. And we are doing that. I didn't think he was proving that he could handle it, but I think it was probably a little too much. I think we need to try to be better in the running game. So I think it's going to be, for me, is the ball. Let's run the ball a little bit more effectively. We're like one of the worst. We like 29th in rushing offense. Yeah. We're terrible.
The only reason we're 29th is because Josh Allen is running he's escaping and getting away, or else we'd be dead last. For sure, 100%. And
it's not. And people are down on Singletary and Moss, but I think it's an opportunity issue. Like they're not getting the ball, bro. Like they honestly not getting the ball, and just or being creative with them. We're creative with the wide receivers, but we're not creative with our running backs at all. Let's be creative with the running backs too. Like let's be creative. Let's do something better.
They run plays for them, but they're so poorly drawn up or executed that there's like times where he's trying to throw Devin Singletary the ball or Zach Moss the ball, and they're getting smoked. Or like if they don't drop the ball, you can see the defense is right on them. So I agree they're not getting them involved or being creative enough with them to use them. And that's why we were depending on Josh Allen so much. Josh Allen only had 3 games last year where he had over 30 attempts passing. He's throwing the ball 40 times in every game this year. That's insane.
You know what? I agree. It is insane. And we're going to talk about him in a second. But Pat, in the comments, he is in line with Rad. He said he's blaming Dable, he's blaming our offensive coordinator, and he said something that I wanted to bring up too, and I'm gonna do this systematically real quickly, because we're gonna talk about it in a second. But I do agree with that, right? Our offensive coordinator, we had problems with him last year, and I think this year he's just getting too cute for me, right? Like he's getting just a little bit too cute for me, But that's a Sean McDermott issue. You are the head coach. If your offensive coordinator is getting too cute, you grab him by the neck and tell him, get in line. It's not a secret. And when Leslie Frazier, when you look at the defense and they're terrible, you pull him to the side and say, what the hell are you doing? It's just as simple as that. It's a Sean McDermott issue. Be a head coach. Tell him, I want 38 runs. I don't understand why that's so difficult.
No, I agree with that. If the buck stop with Sean McDermott, but when the offense is playing like it was playing, you kind of give the Dable the leeway to do what he want to do. But my issue with Dable is that he think he Andy Reid. He think he Andy Reid, and he got Patrick Mahomes back here, and he want to throw the ball so much because he think he Kansas City or something. And I understand that because the first couple games. You know what I'm saying? The first couple games made you think, all right, we're going to have something going. We're going to have to be a fast-paced, a high-power passing offense and run when we need it. But I think Josh has progressed. But we just need to temper it back a little bit. We put too much on him. For sure. To be great, and he always thinking home run. So he got to figure out something better to make it easier for Josh to with the running game. Like Kansas City, like they are that really good passing, but the running game last week and the last couple of weeks has been great. They ran the ball down our throat. You know what I mean? So we got to figure out the running game in some type of capacity. We have to figure that out. Either I don't know, if we're not good enough. We got to figure something out. I don't know if you want to go get another back. If you think our back's not good enough, more O-line help, or just commit to it somehow, some type of way. We got to figure that out.
Okay,
for sure.
We're gonna move on, and I want to do this. I want to do a little exercise. I want to do a little game because I like the Jets game is a mere bag of shells. Whatever. Like we were supposed to beat the Jets. It was no doubt in my mind that we was gonna beat the Jets, right? Yeah, no. Like it didn't matter if they whatever they did. They're terrible, and if we lost to the Jets, there's no reason for us to be on this podcast anyway. So let me say this. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go each level, right? And since we're in a pandemic, school is on Zoom, we're gonna play grades. I want us to grade the Buffalo Bills by, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go through the list, all right? So, and this is quick.
This game?
No,
this whole
no, just the whole season in totality.
The whole season up to this point.
And I need everybody in the comments to give us grades. I need quick hitters. It's just quick hitters. We don't have to give too much of a soliloquy on what we're talking about. All right, Matt, Sean McDermott, give me a grade from A through F.
So, I'm gonna go with a B minus right now.
Okay, Rash, Sean McDermott, A through F.
I give him B plus.
I need people in the comments. I need to see your grades right now. All right, Brian Dable, Matt.
I'm gonna go with a same thing. B. I'm gonna go with a B minus again.
Okay.
It's gonna be universal for me.
Brad.
Man, that last one was so bad. He got an F from yesterday, so it brought his grade down. I'm gonna give him like a C plus.
Oh, okay. Leslie Frazier, Rat. No, hold on. You said what did Brian Dable get?
C plus.
Okay.
C. Leslie Frazier. I mean, it was worse than that. The last grade from yesterday got him higher, so I'll give him a C.
I'm gonna go with a C also.
Okay. All right. So we got 2 C's for Leslie Frazier. Subpar at best. I'm seeing C's in the comments right now. I am. They putting the C's in there. I see a D. Somebody just gave Leslie Frazier a D. So it's not looking good.
D?
Yeah.
Pause.
Whoa. So let me hold on.
I also want to throw this in too. I want to give special teams coordinator a D minus.
Okay.
This year, our kicker is super inconsistent. Our punter,
absolutely.
It seems like every week he doesn't know that you got to put the laces out. At least on one field goal try, he keeps them in. I mean, he's punting great. He's been our MVP. He's been the AFC MVP. When he has to punt, he's only punted like 10 times this year. But it's like you gotta know. And then like we're giving up too much on kick returns and punt returns. That special teams they gotta retool up at this midway mark at some point. So I'm gonna give him a D minus. Throw that in as a bonus.
Well, Pat in the comments said the special teams been good, so y'all hash that out, you and him, Matt. All right. So I'm gonna go defensive line. A to F, everybody.
Yeah,
the defensive line. Okay, our defensive line is terrible. Okay, is that consistent? All right. I need to see it in the comments. How do y'all feel about our defensive line? Defensive line is an F. All right. Linebackers.
I'm gonna give him a D.
A what?
A D
minus. D minus.
Yeah.
D minus.
Evans got to show up. Evans got to be that player that we thought he was gonna be, man. Evans got to show up.
All right. Secondary,
I'm gonna give it a C.
Right.
They just go ahead. All right.
I give him like a B minus. Yeah. Trey White haven't been the shutdown guy we want him to be.
Yeah. They've had injuries and all. I guess I'm still stick with the C. But it just even with that though, those guys with the ball hawks we have, and the defensive pass interferences and all that stuff, I'm gonna give them a C.
Okay. Listen, I'm going somewhere with this, right? I'm about to take a transition. All right. So let's just do a recap of the defense. All right. From what I'm hearing, our D-line is the worst in the league. Our linebackers is the worst in the league. And our secondary is decent. That's what I'm hearing. I heard F, D, and like a C. It averages out to a C. Raz said B minus. Matt said C. All right.
The linebackers have kind of an asterisk though. Just with Matt Milano, when he's in, they're great. They're above average unit, not a great unit. Edmonds has been. I don't know. They're talking about he's been nursing that shoulder. That's why he's been halfway. I don't know if I buy that. But with Milano in, we're a lot better. With him out, we're definitely one of the worst units in the league.
All right, let's switch to the other side of the ball. Offensive line. Rad, I need to hear your grade.
They've been all right. I can't really grade them on the running side because we don't run the ball. But they've been all right. I give them a B.
I'm gonna go in the middle with C because I'm gonna go A on the pass protection and F on the run blocking. So that I'm gonna have to let that average out to a C.
I wasn't giving grades, but it's definitely a C minus. Let me running backs. Rad.
F
for sure.
But I think it's more so due to opportunity than necessarily talent.
Me too.
I think opportunity need to be. I think we just need to figure out. Try to commit to the run. Let's try. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yep.
Right receiving core.
Give them an A.
Yeah, they
Okay.
When all three of them play, we're a problem.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the moment we've been waiting for, our franchise quarterback, Josh Allen.
I'm gonna let Rad go first because you guys are probably gonna like what I gotta say.
No. No. Matt, you go first.
I'm gonna go A. He's up in every statistical category by a long shot than he has been. He's progressing. Sam, you alluded to he can't read defenses. I disagree. There's been times where he's made audibles that have put us in positions to score. I'm going to take the Kansas City game. He called an audible for Stephon Diggs. He saw the one-on-one on the outside. He threw a 40-yard, would have been a touchdown pass. It ended up being a pass interference, which put us on the one. And he threw that crazy pass to Stephon Diggs on third down because they stopped us on first and second down. And then this game, the first half, he wasn't looking great out there. The second half, he started reading the defense. He took what the defense gave him, and he started picking them apart. That's why he threw for 300 yards. So I'm going to give him an A. And he's the fourth quarterback in the league right now. There's only
Passing yards. Yeah.
Passing yards. Passing yards. He's actually number one in the league right now.
I don't think so.
With 20,
like number 3.
Nah, behind him is he's 1. Tom Brady's 2.
Okay.
Yep, he's 1. Tom Brady's 2. Russell Wilson's 3. Number 4.
Okay.
And completions, he's actually number 2 above Rodgers and Brady. Only person better is Russell Wilson completing the ball. So I'm gonna give him an A to this point in the season.
Right.
He get a B+ for me. What takes him down a little bit. A little funny thing is like he still wear a quarterback wristband, so he don't even fully know the plays yet. So that take him down for me a little bit. No, I'm just playing, but I give him a B+. I give him a B+. You know, he's trying, right? The effort is there. Do I want him to be a little bit more better with the ball? Yes. You know, I don't know. I don't want to say that it probably is at this point. It might just be a thing we just going to deal with. You know, with his heroics, he get careless with the ball.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes he pull off great plays, right? The stiff arm play that he threw the ball out the back of the end zone, you know. But you know, you get those, and then you get, you know, fumbles and, you know, doing too much. So I think we're gonna have to live with that. But I give him a B+. You know, he's definitely above average right now.
I think Josh Allen is playing good football. I would give him a B. I'm not like my only issue when you say that. I think he just gets Stephon Diggs happy a little bit too much for me, right?
Yeah.
He just looks for him too much. And that's my point about reading defenses. Reading defense is not looking at my best receiver and throwing the ball 100,000 times. That is not reading a defense. And that's what he does. And when he like even like I was looking at the Gabriel Davis pass in the end zone in this Jets game, it was just like, what are you doing? What?
Which one? The touchdown?
No. It was in the first half.
Yeah,
we didn't score a touchdown, right? I mean, we didn't score a touchdown.
He scored a touchdown and got called back for an illegal formation. It got on
Gabriel Davis.
I thought it was on Reggie Gilliams, but anyways,
go figure.
Neither here nor there.
But
that's neither here nor there.
My point is he's playing good, and I'm not gonna crap on him too much. I think if Mike was on, he probably would, and I don't necessarily think it is his fault. But nonetheless, I asked y'all these grades for this reason, right? Because, in my opinion, the Bills need to make a trade, right? Yeah. We're clearly not complete. All right, from what I'm hearing is our defensive line is terrible. Our linebackers are terrible. We have a good secondary. Our offensive line is at best. We have a good quarterback. We have talent in the running back positions. and our wide receiving core is one of the best in the league. So with that being said, is there? And matter of fact, I'm gonna talk about something. I don't know if y'all eyeing anybody, but y'all can give me them. But my issue, this is one of my issues with the Bills. Brandon Beane, he need to sit down. He need to sit down. And this is a family show, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Brandon Beane?
Yes. From what my sources
up right now,
huh? What I'm saying is,
what do you mean by sit down?
My sources is telling me that there is a defensive lineman, Dunlap from Cincinnati. Right? This is what my sources say that they're asking for a 2nd round pick. Mm-hmm. Why are we not doing that?
Is he better than Yannick Ngakoue, who just got a 3rd round pick? Is he better than him right now? I don't think so.
Okay, so why didn't we get why didn't we get a 3rd round pick up?
I'm not saying that. I don't know if he's not actively shopping anybody. I know we talked about this in the group chat too. I absolutely want to go after somebody right now, but I don't know if we can.
Why?
I know we can give a pickup, but I'm talking salary cap. I think we have $4 million to spend on somebody coming in.
Yeah, but listen.
I think you mean Geno Atkins though, Sam.
Not Dunlap.
No, Dunlap been trying to get out too. That's a fact. I just told y'all my sources. I'm not making nothing up.
Dunlap is like 40, bro. Why are you looking for a 2nd round pick?
And he's another edge rusher too. So we need something in the defensive line.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I'd like to target. It's going to be tough to do because he's in our division. But Quinnen Williams, he looked great. He looked great in the game against us on Sunday, and they reportedly won a 2nd round pick for him. I would give that up on the defensive side or another edge rusher. But on the offensive side, we got to go get a tight end. And my pick, I would like to go after Zach Ertz right now. He's having trouble in Philly with the offensive coordinator. He hasn't played well. He's been hurt, and I think he's going to be shopped out of there by the trade deadline.
The issue with Zach Ertz is he wants a contract, and we would never give it to him. It'd be pointless.
Yeah.
I'm not against that.
You might could get somebody like Njoku from Cleveland because he want to get out of there too.
Yeah, Njoku wants out. Yeah, but I would take Zach Ertz for this year, and then let him walk. And we can get something in the draft or something in free agency. I'm not saying we need him for long term. I'm saying we need him right now. We don't have a tight end room, even if Dawson Knox doesn't get COVID. I don't get, Tyler Kroft, he pulled a Daniel Jones yesterday. It was like, I don't know. I don't have any faith in our tight ends. Tyler Kroft shows flashes, but it's just not enough for me.
They don't block enough for me, and we need to go 2 tight end sets so we can block because our offensive line is not as good. And that's what the Rams did when they couldn't block a couple years ago when they had Todd Gurley. They went 2 tight end sets, and they was able to move the ball, and that's what we need to do. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah. That's a Brian Dable issue. Okay, so as far as us targeting players, I want to have like a little consistency. I need you and if you in the comments, please put some players that you want to target. So we throw out Geno Atkins. All right, that's somebody who we should go at. Who? Give me some other names of people who we should go at. Let our fans know who we should be looking at to see what we're doing.
Well, then there's another name that has been floated around. He's old, but he's just out there chilling. Is Clay Matthews. I'd rather have Clay Matthews than an AJ Klein right now, or somebody off the bench. There's somebody like a Dodson who's played okay at times, but we need something in that room too. That's a good veteran presence. I wouldn't mind going to grab somebody like him.
But my thing is, this is my issue. Mm-hmm. I'm not in the front office. I don't know, but we were obviously linked to Le'Veon Bell. So obviously we're not against going after players, right? We're not against it, but yes, right?
I think we should go wide receiver, right? Because I know I want us to run the ball. I think we should, but I don't think we're going to change philosophies mid-season. I don't think we're going to become a running team. So I know we're going to get a time. I'm talking about if you want to go pass the ball like this, go get another pass catcher. If this is what we're going to throw the ball 40 times again, go get another one. Go get another one. Go get a tight end. Go get another somebody who can help. Like, because if Brown going to be inconsistent, health-wise. But let's go get another person who can stretch the field. Let's go get if we're going to double down, or either I don't think we're going to change philosophy. So let's double down. So let's double down. So let's go get another receiver, right? Or go get a better running back that catch the ball too. Like, I don't know. Let's figure it out. I agree.
Bring in like an AJ Green or somebody who wants out of Cincy. I agree. If we want to, and we said it in the beginning of the year too. The offense has to score 30 points a game for us to win. Especially now that we're seeing more points than ever before. Our offense has to be on par with those top offenses, or we're going to be doomed. just like we were against Tennessee and we were against Kansas City.
I listen. I'm not. I don't. Our offense does need help. We gotta we don't have this high-powered offense, right? We could not score against the Jets. That's embarrassing. So clearly, something needs to happen. But I'm just that defense, man. I think we need to do something. But that's neither here nor there. We said some names. I
think we do what we need to do, but I don't know how it can be a player quick fix type of thing. We'll see. We're not gonna get no top 9 guys.
I mean, sometimes
like a patchwork.
Mika Fitzpatrick went to the Steelers, and all of a sudden they were the greatest.
Yeah, because he's a top notch guy.
That's my point, Brad. So what? Let's give it. Listen, we just picked Ed Oliver in the first round. He's the worst defensive tackle in the league. Let's be honest about this. He's garbage. The man is hot garbage. I never hear his name. He does not disrupt. He does not take on blocks. He's terrible. I
saw him getting doubled a lot.
Give me a horse. That's horse.
I did.
Saw him. Horse.
He's not Aaron Donald. He's not going to shed.
Garbage.
He's not going to shed through double blocks. But when we already said the defensive line as a whole
is garbage.
Terrible.
And he's one of them. And he's garbage.
He is. There's nobody on the defensive line who's making crazy noise this year. You got Mario Addison.
He's garbage.
He had double-digit sacks the last 3 seasons. He's got, I think, 1 this year. So it's tough. It's tough to gauge, I guess, Ed Oliver on that as far as where we picked him. But
what I'm saying is no Mika Fitzpatrick's out there. Even if we go get Quinnen, I don't think Quinnen is changing the defense around.
Yeah, there's one name where I saw, but we definitely aren't going to have the money for him. Is they were saying that J.J. Watt could be moved because they have no money. Bill O'Brien spent all their money on him and Deshaun Watson, and they have no first round draft pick. They have nothing.
I would go.
I would grab him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm saying that could be like a home run hitter of a pickup at this point, just like a Mika Fitzpatrick. Yeah. They give up 2 first rounders for him. Yeah. I'm glad to give up a first rounder for J.J. Watt.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because it's going to be a high pick anyway if we're going to be good supposedly. And 100%. First round picks, whatever. All right. With that being said, we're gonna listen. We've been on a long time. Let's look at our schedule, man. Let's look at the remaining schedule. Because at the end of the day, we're 5-2, so technically we are a good team. And so, we're leading our division. And so our schedule is not necessarily, easing up, right? We have some tough games. So I just want to go through the games with y'all. And let's see how y'all think. Give me about 2 seconds, 3 seconds of commentary, and let's move on. All right. So we play the Patriots next. How do y'all feel about that game? Is this a must-win game for us?
Based on our schedule, based on the schedule we got left, I think this honestly somehow it's crazy saying it. This is one of the easier teams we got left, and I think Patriots how they've been playing.
Is it a must-win?
Defense. I think we should win. I think we should win.
I said is it a must-win, right?
I don't think so. I think we can win our division with 9 wins. So I can say no, it's not a must-win, but I think we should win this game.
Yeah, I don't think it's a must-win either, but I think it's one of those ones we should win, and it's like a Sean McDermott getting over the hurdle. It'll be the first time he's ever beaten Bill Belichick, so I think it's a game we should win, but I don't think it's a must-win. Like Rad said, it's not gonna kill us if we lose.
It's a must-win. I don't think. This game right here is a must-win because I'm gonna go to the next game, the Seahawks.
They 2-4.
It doesn't matter. It's still a must-win for us. Because we don't have more wins on the schedule. Are we beating the Seahawks? No.
They at home. We could. This could be a shootout.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we can score. All right. We playing the Cardinals. Are we beating the Cardinals?
We can compete with them.
Honestly, if our offense scores, we can beat anybody.
Yeah. We haven't scored. We haven't scored in the past 3 weeks.
We haven't really. No, we haven't scored how we did in the first 4. You're right.
Yeah. Thank you. Chargers, how do y'all feel?
They're beatable.
They're very beatable.
We're beatable. San Francisco 49ers.
Same thing, beatable. They're banged up. They played well the last 2 weeks. Like I said, every team is beatable.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers is a.
I think they're the best team in the AFC.
That's a loss. Yeah. Okay, we can count that.
Yep, probably the best team in the NFL right now with the way the defense is going.
Yeah, that's a loss. Denver
Broncos. They're definitely very beatable. Broncos. Very beatable. Should win.
The Patriots and then the Dolphins.
Yep.
Should
Be
win.
two
Should
wins. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I'm counting about 8 wins, y'all said. But that's neither here nor there. Do y'all have anything left for the people? Do y'all have anything left?
Nah. I think we just got to see how they go moving forward. We got to get some of that first couple of weeks mojo back on offense, and whatever the defense put together in the second half of the Jets game and what they were doing in the first half, the first 4 weeks. I think we try to bottle that and go forward with it.
Okay. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to us. We just came with a little recap of the game. We want to, please let us know what y'all think. Type it in the comments. DM us. Let us know, if y'all like the recap, if y'all like the pregame. We just trying some things out, trying to get this content out to y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Stay, be on the lookout for our interviews. We got great interviews. So this week, following week, please like, share, subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. On YouTube, on Facebook, we everywhere. So, holla at us. You know what I'm saying? And as we end every show, which is customary, I got it there. You can see it, with a little, hey. Okay, nobody.
Let's go.